my experience with consent. While there have been many, there is one that kind of stands out as one of the gray area cases that so many women experience and think that it's just like, oh, he was just being a guy, or oh, maybe he just didn't know that I couldn't say yes. I was 14 or maybe even 13, over someone's house that was much older than me. I had been drinking. I was very, very intoxicated, throwing up. I crawled into bed in one of the spare bedrooms in the dark and shut the door to try to go to sleep. And a guy came in and put his hand down my pants. I told him no, and I remember pushing him away, but everything was really, really heavy. My arms were really heavy and weighted. You know how when you're drinking a lot or you have been drinking a lot, you can feel really just like out of it. That's how I was feeling, like very not in control of my body and like my movements, and I didn't feel strong or like able to push him away. So he continued. I pushed him away again, and I just kept saying, no, get away, and he was pretty persistent, and he kept telling me that I was looking at him. I still remember him saying, you were looking at me, you were looking at me, and I know you want me, I saw you looking at me, and I was like, no, get away, no, but he continued. So my friend walked into the room and tried to stop it, pushed him away, and the guy kept being persistent, saying that no, she wants me in here, and I kept saying, no, Eric, I don't want him in here, and Eric kept trying to get him to leave, so Eric pulled him out, and then I remember falling asleep again or closing my eyes again, and the door opening again, and I assumed it was Eric checking on me, but it was the same guy. He was back again and kept, again, persistently trying to like touch me and rub my body in places that I was not inviting him to touch me. And this continued until I finally got up and physically left the room, stumbled out of the room, I should say, and laid on the couch in front of everyone because I was so afraid that if I went back in the room that he would rape me. So he touched me. There was no penetration, but what he did wasn't okay. And I don't know that I knew that back then, but I know that now. And I know that so many teenage girls that go to parties or get drunk and go lay down in a bedroom because they feel sick, or they don't want to be around anyone because they don't feel well or they're throwing up. I don't want this to happen to them, and I really would prefer if everybody, male and female, sort of recognize these signs. So if you see someone going off into a bedroom because they don't feel well, keep an eye on the bedroom door and make sure nobody else goes in. Be that person if you have to be. Be that person that doesn't drink as much so you can maybe keep an eye on the situation. It's not an inconvenience to do that. It's being human. It's caring about your fellow human beings and making sure they're safe and not violated. If somebody had been watching out for me a little bit more, maybe he wouldn't have put his hand in my pants in the first place. Maybe I wouldn't have had to try to defend myself and feel helpless like I did. So hopefully this awareness that's being raised will continue, and hopefully this doesn't happen as often or ever at some point. I think as a mother to boys, it's important to me to raise them to respect women, respect everyone around them and how they feel and what they say. No means no. No answer means no. Yes means yes. Period. Point blank. That's it. If she's not awake, if he's not awake, if they can't consent with their mouth verbally, then I would definitely say that that's a no. I mean, that's pretty clear. You should have some sort of concrete answer before you move forward, especially entering another person's space or body. Just my 2 cents on that.